Okay, good morning. My name is Chasen Ishii, Chairperson of the Authority. I'd like to now call to order the June 7th, 2023 at-large authority meeting of the Hawaii Community Development Authority. And the time is now 11:35.
Thank you, Chair. In accordance with section 92-3.7 Hawaii Revised Statutes, the Hawaii Community Development Authority is holding today's at-large board meeting virtually on Zoom. The Zoom link details were included on the meeting agenda. Therefore, members of the public are welcome to join us on Zoom and also at our physical meeting site at the American Brewery Building, 547 Queen Street, second floor boardroom, Honolulu, Hawaii, 96813. The meeting is being live streamed on HCDA's YouTube page. The HCDA communication staff is hosting this meeting. Once this meeting begins, everyone will be muted for clearer audio. Board members, if you have any comments or questions, please unmute yourselves to speak. This is a public virtual meeting, so to prevent any distractions, if you are not a board member, staff member, or HCD's Attorney General, please turn off your video during the meeting. If you are providing public testimony, your name will be called accordingly. Please turn your video on, clearly state your name and affiliation, and proceed with your testimony. When you have finished, please turn off your video. In accordance with section 92-3.7 C, Hawaii Revised Statutes, if the authority's ICT connection to the remote meeting is lost, the meeting will be recessed until the connection is restored. If the connection cannot be restored within 30 minutes, the meeting will be terminated and the authority will continue the meeting at another notice date. Thank you.
HCDA board members, please remain visible and audible during the meeting. Also, please acknowledge you are present by either saying here or present. Let the record reflect the following members are present. Vice Chair Apo.
Here.
Member Higa.
Here.
Member Johnson.
Here.
Member Nasser. Member Nasser is excused. Member Hirai.
Present.
Member Aoki. Member Aoki. Member Evans.
Here.
Member Suji.
Here.
Member Sakota.
Here.
Member Ray.
Here.
And myself, Chair Ishii. Do we have one?
Member Leon. Member Leon.
Oh, Member Leon. I'm
Here.
sorry. Member Light. Member Light. Excused. Okay, great. Do we have quorum?
We have quorum.
Great. For today's meeting, board members will have an opportunity to ask questions or provide comments after an agenda item has been presented. Individuals from the public who have requested to provide verbal public testimony on a specific agenda item are on standby and will be permitted into the meeting respectively. First tab on the agenda is our regular meeting minutes of May 3rd, 2023. Board members, are there any comments or corrections to these minutes? If there are no comments or questions, the minutes are approved as presented. Tab number 2, request by the State of Hawaii Department of Public Safety, PSD, for project management assistance for the construction and expansion of kitchen facilities and other related interim and permanent improvements located at the State of Hawaii Women's Community Correctional Center, WCCC, located at 42-477 Kalani Anaole Highway, Kailua, Oahu, Honolulu, Oahu, Hawaii, 96734, and further identified by Oahu Tax Map Key Number 14-002-003-004. Mr. Craig Nakamoto, Executive Director, will now present HCDA staff report.
Thank you, Chair. We're joined in the audience today by Michael Hoffman. He is the Deputy Director of Public Safety Division. We're also joined by Teresita Fernandez. She is the ASO for Public Safety Division, and also by Wayne Takara. He's the Chief Planner for Public Safety Division. I'm really pleased to present this matter for information only at this time. And the reason I'm presenting it for information first is at the present time where PSD is awaiting, the budget, the finalization of the budget approval by the governor. But ahead of that and anticipating approval by the governor, I want to present this for information. As you know, the strategic plan that was adopted by the HCDA board in November of 2022 contemplated and allowed the agency to assist other state agencies in the development of infrastructure or construction management type of services. The idea being that with the experience that we have in the agency with project management, infrastructure development, we can assist other state agencies in their needs as well. I also told the board that if we have a project request like this, I would come back to the board to present it and get approval to proceed, just because it's a sort of a one-off kind of project. And I think the board was also concerned that we had the staff capacity to do this project. So last year, Mr. Takara, the chief planner of PSD, approached us and me to get our help in managing the construction of a new kitchen facility at the Women's Correctional Community Center. This new kitchen facility is contemplated to provide additional meals and a more modern facility to accommodate the additional beds that are being put into service and a new housing module that's being built at the Women's Correctional Center. I want to acknowledge, Mark Kokoda of the manager of our director of our community capital improvement section. He has been working with PSD's design consultant KYA and kind of providing comments along the way. It's anticipated that when the design phase is done, and assuming that PSD gets the funding for it, that we would assist PSD procure a contractor and oversee the construction of the kitchen facilities. These kitchen facilities are really crucial to this facility, not only just providing the basic meals for the additional beds, but the facility works with the KCC culinary program. The culinary program provides, learnings and teachings for inmates, not only just in culinary skills, but also teaching them life skills for when they're released. And I think this is really a laudable purpose. And with the board's approval in the next round, I'm really happy to, sort of support this project that's being done at Women's Correctional. If we do this, we're gonna enter into a memorandum of agreement that sets forth kind of a general memorandum of agreement. It would be kind of a blanket memorandum of agreement, and with specific projects sort of as exhibits. It would, include sort of our fee for it, which would be according to the DAG's fee schedule. It will also delineate the roles and responsibilities of HCDA, PSD, and others, so we can have that clear understanding. So I'm open for questions, and I'm sure the Mr. Hoffman or Wayne Teresita is available for questions as well.
Members, are there any questions or comments on the staff report? Member Ray?
Yes, a question. I assume when you're talking about rendering assistance, that from your report, it sounds like it's really construction management, because clearly we're not going to operate a kitchen or anything like that. So it's it sounds like it's construction management. And if it's not, why isn't DAGS directly funding and managing itself?
So, Member Ray, we're not operating, the kitchen. This is purely sort of project management of the construction and also to help with the procurement. I think, for PSD, the using DAGs to do these kind of projects is still an option, and they continue to use DAGs for projects. I think from PSD's perspective, they've learned that HCDA is willing to do these kind of projects and to assist. So they approached us for help with this one project.
Thank you very much for that articulate explanation.
Thank you, Member Ray. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments for Executive Director Nakamoto?
I have a comment. Craig, that
Yes.
means that your personality and their trust in you is making them choose you over DAGs, essentially.
Yes.
Member Leon, I think, what I hope is that this is a long-term sort of relationship between two state agencies where we can work with PSD. We're not looking to, nor do we have the staff to take the place of DAGs, and I don't think PSD has that intention. I think they're very happy with DAGs and the services they provide. I'd like to believe that PSD's ask of us is really related to the kind of staff we have, who we have, staff that are going to support PSD. It's their experience, their background, and their knowledge more than anything else. But I appreciate it, Member Leo.
Okay.
I really think it's a tribute to the ACDA team and the we have, that the confidence level is there with the other state agencies. So I can see where the ask is there from PSD, and I think it'd be there from even others.
Appreciate that.
Any other comments or questions? Is there any public testimony on this matter? No public testimony?
Any questions for yes?
Is there any questions or comments for PSD? No, if not, again, this was a first step informational discussion, and if action needs to be taken, we will be coming back to the board.
Correct, the General Authority Board.
Yes,
Appreciate it, Chair.
thank you.
And thank you, Wayne and Michael and Tercy.
Yeah, thank you. All right, next item on the agenda, the HCDA monthly financial highlights for April 2023. Craig?
Yeah, so the monthly highlights are contained in tab 3. Garrett is available for any questions. One of the significant activity was something I'd already actually covered in my other report, which is the execution of a contract with Avalon for property management services. So otherwise, Garrett is available for any questions.
Are there any questions or comments? Just go ahead.
Just to clarify on that contract, that covers the whole duration of the 3 years, or what are the terms?
So it's a 3-year or 2 1-year option, so max 5 years.
Okay, but is the $274,000 for this year, or is that for the full 3 years?
3 years.
That's for the full 3 years. Great. Thank you, Garrett.
Any other questions? No other questions regarding the financial highlights for April 2023? If not, is there any public testimony?
No problems. None, Chair.
None? Okay, Members, are there any other questions or comments? If not, thank you for those of you who joined us on Zoom, in person, or via YouTube. This concludes our business for today. And the meeting is now adjourned and the time is 11:50. Thank you.